There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it, and big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
This absolutely blew my mind. Listen.
Do you believe that extraterrestrial intelligence has visited planet Earth?
I think you can go a step further. It hasn't just visited, it's been here a long time, and it's still here.
If you had to assign a probability to that statement, that you believe extraterrestrial intelligence has visited this planet, what probability would you assign?
100%. And that's not just my opinion. I mean, look, the National Defense Appropriation Act, passed last year, signed by Biden in December. 30 pages of that is the establishment of an unidentified aerial phenomenon office, the establishment of looking into the harm that's happened to any of a number of the individuals, going back to 1945 and looking at the disinformation and misinformation that has been basically articulated over the decades. 12 US senators have signed on to a document that basically says we want the information. The establishment of an office, ARROW, in the Department of Defense, has 25 people working in it right now. And what's their goal? Collecting the information across all of the U.S. Department of Defense intelligence offices, and collation of that into a uniform format for the very first time, and provision of that then to Congress, the creation of a whistleblowers program specifically that allows people from within, who I'm going to say this, who've been working on the reverse engineering programs, reverse engineering of objects, so that they can come in and break their oaths, but it's specifically just to talk to Congress and give that information in classified settings. And that the most recent one that happened was just last weekend, and it created quite a hornet's nest in Washington.
What do you think?
Look, I know everybody think everything is a conspiracy, although I told y'all 2 years ago, I showed y'all the report where the CIA created the term conspiracy theory for critical thinkers. It is just a weaponized term, and it is not a conspiracy that there likely is a clone and clones and skin mask and Jamie Foxx might be the next one. It's not a conspiracy that these things actually exist. So I'm just going to show you guys the difference between clones and skin masks that are going around, because the world is a stage and everything is not what you think it is.
Humans made to order, mothers giving birth to themselves, babies conceived just so their body parts can be transplanted. Come with me into the scary new world of cloning. The nightmarish stuff of science fiction has suddenly become a reality. Behind those walls, there are people with the technology, the ability and the desire to genetically engineer human embryos, to be the first in the world to successfully clone a human being.
Very pleased to announce that the first baby clone is born. She was born yesterday at 11:55 a.m. in the country where she was born. So this will not give you more details about the location. She She's fine. We call her Eve.
Clonate is a private company. We founded that 4 years ago, got the fundings to really have lab last August. And so now we have 3 scientists working almost full-time in a lab here in the United States with the major goal for us to produce a human embryo by human cloning.
My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonate in Canada. My model number is 0112568, if anyone wants to see the registration in Clonate. When I was cloned, they wiped a lot of memory, but when I stole the documents before escaping, I read that the mother was Puerto Rican and I guess the father, surrogate, you could say, was the sperm donor was the Sicilian.
I think you have my head on a stick. Oh my God. Lisa, never looked at you. Oh my God.
Just me, or what is this creature that doesn't breathe and has fish gills or something weird?
Y con las 2 manos sí caminó, ¿verdad? Con usted.
Entonces te fue para atrás.
Sí. ¿Y nunca se le ha salido?
Se asoma por la ventana. Cuando yo me salgo a un mandado que no hay nadie. La tengo en mi cuarto y otra cuando está en lado.
Ajá.
¿En la ventana o en otro lado?
No, se la estiro y no ve.
¿Qué onda, Fabián?
Se hace dura, mira.
A ver,
Yuma.
Espérame. Ahorita para que la señora la cambie.
Agárrala,
no pasa nada.
Agárrala, hijo.
Mira, agárrala.
Mira. Mira, mira, mira. Mira. ¿Ya viste? Nomás con su dueña. Mira, ya dio la vuelta. Es aquí en Saltillo. Es...
Agárrale a ver si camina. Tiene el pelo mejor.
Agárrala de... ¡Ah, era con Eder sí quiso!
Ay, lleve.
No, ya no va a querer. Con Eder, con Yair camina poquito. Con él camina poquito.
Con las casetas
¿Qué se siente? Nada.
Fíjese que... Entonces cuando no está usted, ella se asoma.
Sí. A veces que vengo a la tienda, otros días a un señor y a una señora, a varios, aquí esperándome.
Ajá.
Y dijo, ¿usted lo vio en la muñeca? Sí.
This Instagram user posted experiments they have been doing with the paranormal entity in their basement. There are footsteps, then the balloon is hit by an unseen force. In a second video, more footsteps are followed by the owner's hand being slapped. Finally, he tries one more experiment. Watch what happens.
Jason Anthony works for a security company in Colombia doing surveillance for a condominium, and in one specific night he captured something strange on camera. His buddy was talking to someone that wasn't there. He was able to capture the entire event through a CCTV camera, and this is what happens next. Check this out.
¿Qué hizo? ¿Era con quién está hablando ahí? Sí, ¿con quién está hablando ahí luego usted?
Una propietaria de la casa 125.
Marica, la propietaria de la casa 125 falleció hace como unos 20 días, marica.
No, ¿cómo así? ¿Qué me está diciendo?
Sí, no, usted está hablando ahí solo, marica, lo estoy viendo aquí por la cámara, está hablando ahí solo.
No, como mierda, loco.
What happened here? Have you ever heard of shapeshifters, people who can supposedly shapeshift into an alien or reptilian form? Now in the video that I'm about to show you guys, a man in Africa is able to shapeshift into a vampire. His teeth grows and his face changes. What's most astonishing about this video is that the people around him, even though they're very close to him, they can't seem to explain how he's doing so, and they seem very, very baffled by it. I want you to watch closely. How the heck is this man doing this? And is this by any chance real? Check this out.
Est-ce que nous on va faire chaud avec son là. On va faire chaud pour la là, non? Chaud
Have you ever stopped to wonder if our phones are actually spying on us? Well, wonder no more. A couple of months ago, Bree Thomason found out through an infrared camera accidentally that our iPhones are taking invisible pictures of us every 5 seconds. Check this out.
Wild and crazy Friday night findings. We just discovered, which we already knew, that your phone, an iPhone specifically, takes an infrared picture of you with your Face ID every 5-ish seconds. And we looked at it through an infrared camera, and it's pretty wild. Let's show you. Okay, have your home screen.
It's on the home screen.
Not touching anything.
No buttons.
Okay, infrared lens on the camera. Boom, there was one. 2. That's so wild. Okay, cover the camera.
Okay.
Oh, there was another one. Okay, nothing. Oh, it's trying. It's taking pictures of your finger. Okay, move your finger. Ready? Boom.
This is something that we can't see with the naked eye. However, with an infrared camera, we can. So a lot of people started testing it out. It became a viral sensation, and there are thousands and countless videos of people trying this thing out with their infrared cameras. And well, news stations started trying to explain this. Apple released an official note, and apparently what they're saying is that this is an aspect of the iPhone. It has to do with Face ID and an emoji. However, internet users were baffled and confused, and so am I. Because if this does have to do with Face ID, why does it take these invisible pictures every 5 seconds and not all the time? How does this thing work? It doesn't make sense, does it?
This scene of Ex Machina has me questioning everything related to technology.
If you knew the trouble I had getting an AI to read and duplicate facial expressions. You know how I cracked it? I don't know how you did any of this. Every cell phone, just about, has a microphone, camera, and a means to transmit data. So I turned on every microphone and camera across the entire fucking planet, and I redirected the data through Blue Book. Boom. Limitless resource, vocal and facial interaction. You hacked the world's cell phones. Yeah, and all the manufacturers know I was doing it too. But they couldn't accuse me without admitting they were doing it themselves.
One Money Hunter is one of those internet accounts who uses metal detectors to find gold and other types of relics. And in one of his recent videos, he found something chilling inside of a bottle. And this is the video. Check this out. 1, 2, 3. He fetches the bottle from outside of the tree root. He cleans it up, and apparently he finds some sort of humanoid creature trapped within the bottle. Check this out. I'm gonna show you guys two videos recorded by Noah, who was in Perry, Georgia a couple of days ago. He was leaving his home. It was about midnight. This is until he gets to this three-way crossroad and he notices something really strange. And this is his first video. Check this out. There are a couple of strange things about this video. First of all, you cannot see the dog in his side mirror. But I'm gonna play another video and show you that specifically with a zoom in and slow motion. Not only that, when the dog disappears, internet users noticed that you cannot hear his sound. Walking, footsteps, you can hear him approaching, but you can't hear him going away. Internet users started to think that maybe this is a skinwalker, or maybe a ghost, or even some sort of spirit and guardian angel maybe that came to protect him from an accident that would happen in this crossroad. Who knows? This is his other video where he focuses on the fact that the dog does not reflect on his side mirror. Check this out. A security guard was acting really strange between a Russia and China meeting that happened recently. Check this out.
Look how weird this is. Look at the guard on the right. What the hell was that?
A lot of people are theorizing that maybe it's a reptilian, a robot, or something like that, while others say that this is a normal posture between China guards because they can't look directly at the leader because of the collar or something like that. But even so, it's really weird. And the guard on the left seems to be acting really normal.
If you know you gotta stop the reaching.
Biggest rumor though now, that I sold my soul to Satan.
I wonder why.
No, I can't say no.
Now, what's up with the injections? That's the second song depicting them. That's 2 videos of her being injected with something. Black veins, black goo. She gets injected by multiple hands. Then she grows wings, falls from the sky. Yeah, Billy, it's a rumor. It's just speculation.
My body was immediately taken to a Hollywood hospital, where I was hooked up to a 17-year-old Anjali. And in accordance with Hollywood law, her life force was infused into me, bringing me back from the dead. What happened to the girl? I threw her out the door window of Norway.
This celebrity is exposing the Illuminati.
I don't care what you say, Jim Carrey is the wokest actor.
I don't think we can afford to assume that the people who are charged with our public health any longer have our best interests at heart all the time.
They say, why would a doctor not want to know more about something that could save a life or prevent a disease? I don't understand.
The AAP is financed by the drug companies. Medical schools are financed by the drug companies. This is a huge business. Vaccines are the largest growing division of the pharmaceutical industry. $13 billion.
They control medical schools.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know? And they just start making stuff up. Yeah. Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows? Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon? Talk about a fish story. Yeah. Man, and they're buying it. Okay.
I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit, it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility.
These hand gestures that many people use that are at the top have a much deeper meaning and intention than most understand. These are called mudras, and what happens when we put our hands together in certain ways, because we are electrical beings, we are completing the circuit. We are also stimulating different parts of our body and our mind. And the mudra you see me doing is for power and enlightenment. You can see many wise people around the world doing these things. Here's another one. And another. Now they have known this for many years. This is why the greatest teachers and people of all time use hand mudras. And if you try some of these out with an intention, you can feel the electricity and the power in your hands. And you will also start to feel your body become more electrical as you sit in stillness with these. And the more you practice, the greater the electrical current you can cultivate. Peace and love. Does it strike anyone else as a massive coincidence that NASA and Satan are so similar? NASA's just missing the T. Now this really got me thinking, maybe this is why they say T-. I know, I'm just a crazy conspiracy theorist. Now, if you didn't know this, Satan is referred to the master of deception, evil genius, the father of lies. Now, it also strikes me as a massive coincidence that the word NASA, spelled with an H, pronounced the same, in Hebrew means to deceive. And the English language is littered with these kind of spells, like when we wake up and we say good morning, but what are we mourning? This is why they call it spelling. This is why they call the TV a program, because it's programming your mind. They also call it the television. The tell-lie vision tells lies to you visually. Now, what NASA really stands for is not a space agency. You can always see them grabbing their harnesses and their wires. You'll see this guy floating through. There's this wire right there, just like amateur shit. Wire, literal amateurs. Fading in and out of the screens, just appearing out of nowhere, grabbing invisible objects because they're in front of a green screen. You guys need to wake up. You've been deceived your whole entire life. The earth is not what you think it is. Look within, you'll find the real answers. Peace and love.
Did this movie really predict what's happening in the world today? Theory is going to blow a lot of your minds.
We are all dead.
This shows all the conspiracies in the world, from the most well-known ones to the darkest of the dark. And as I'm sure you know, in this series we're going from the top to the bottom, so let's go. This is wild and will have you thinking for a long, long time. So it's scientifically proven that after death there is around 7 or 8 minutes of brain activity remaining. And a recent study has just been done which could suggest this happens for hours. Along with this, there's been the theory for years that life flashes before your eyes when you die. So here's the theory, and this is scary. So time is distorted when you're in dreams, right? Like a dream may actually only be about a minute, but feels to you when you're in it like an hour or 2 hours, even longer. So when you die, if your life does flash before your eyes, you'll relive all your memories in real time in that 7 or 8 minutes, but it actually feels to you like your entire life. So what if we are all dead, laying in a hospital now or whatever, and our life is flashing before our eyes right now and we're reliving all of our memories? Obviously there's things like, how the hell am I filming this video then? But, you know, I mean, it's pretty scary to think about. Hit that follow button, it's gonna get even crazier.
When? Now! Okay. Okay. Go in. Go in. Go in.